Good afternoon, everybody. In this video, this will be a real fast video. This will be a video teaching people how to make their purchases the proper way. I know it sounds kind of weird, but some people actually mess up the purchasing process. Okay, because what they're thinking is they're thinking that they don't want to mix their address information with their purchase information, and they don't want to merge their profile. Okay, it's two things that happen when you're making a purchase by clicking this checkout button. You are making a purchase. It's just like making an Amazon purchase or a purchase anywhere else online. You have to put in the right information. Okay, let's hit checkout because you want to make this purchase. You're going to end up here. Okay, let's remove this item here. You just have your purchase here. Then you hit checkout. You want to check out the item. Okay, this is my information. I just did a little test purchase, and so I could generate a couple failures so that way I can show you. When you're making a purchase, it's real simple. It's just like Amazon. This is not the CPN contract. This is not the opportunity for you to put in anything CPN related. You don't put in a CPN address. You don't put in alternative emails. You don't put in alternative phone numbers. You don't put in nothing like that. Whatever information is associated to you in that credit card, or you and your proper email address that you want your payment receipts to go to, this is the honest form. This is where you put your information because, hey, I want to make a purchase and it has nothing to do with the CPN contract. At this point, you're on our processor page. When you put in your information, you put in your email address you want your receipts to go to, you put in your credit card information, and your credit card is associated to an address. Okay, you don't put in your name, your credit card that has you living at 123 credit card lane, and you put in 744 new address. You don't do that because 123 credit card lane knows you live at 123 credit card lane, not 745 new address. It's going to decline your payment. Now, this particular individual did exactly that. Okay, this person, Lamar, he tried to make a purchase. He put in his email address, but he took the opportunity to put in his CPN address right here. Okay, then when he put in his credit card information, it says order status declined. Transaction has been declined because of ABS mismatch. The address provided does not match billing address of cardholder. He did that 5 or 6 times. He couldn't get his purchase. He ended up calling. We had to explain to him, please put in your credit card information. When you get an address when you get a failure that says reason for failure was declined, the transaction has been declined because of ABS mismatch. The address provided does not match the billing card or address. That means you are putting in the wrong information. You did not take the opportunity to use this form to put in your CPN address. This is for your purchase. Now, on the other hand, if you get a failure that looks like this, the reason for failure was declined. The transaction has been declined. This is when I put in my own personal information. I used our correct address for some of our cards, but what I did was I put in just a randomly generated 16 number for the credit card information. I said, let me go ahead and just get a failure. And it just said it's been declined because I used a credit card information that's not accurate. It couldn't be processed. It was just declined. But when you get this one, this is the one that shows you need to put in the right address. We're making this video to educate people so they can say what's going on, so that way you can find a link, you can click the link, you can come to this video. Aha, yeah, I did put in my CPN information, and that was my fault. And then now you're probably at home thinking to yourself, okay, well, where do I put in my CPN address? It's very easy. Okay, this is the button number 1. It gives you information on CPN. If you want more information, just mouse over to CPN profile numbers. You got tons of links in here, tons of information. It's going to give you all the information in the world about CPNs. You click button number 2. It's going to take you to your purchasing, fast, quick purchasing options for your CPNs. You can also go to the shopping cart where you have more shopping cart items for CPNs. But the button number 2 is a really quick 1, 2, 3 kind of setup. You can easily click there, click the blue button, end up where we were just at the shopping cart page. Put in your correct name, your correct address associated to your name. Put in a credit card number that's associated to your address and your name, and you're going to get a successful payment. Then after that, you come over here, click button number 3, and you end up at the contracts and applications page. Now, once you end up at the contract and applications page, Then you take the opportunity, click your contract. That's going to pull up the contract page, and then once you get the contract that you want to purchase, either the bronze, the silver, the gold, or the season trade line, credit wiping, then the contract page opens up, and here's where you put in your information for CPNs. Remember, your CPN does not begin if we don't get a notification. We don't have any idea about your payments. We don't track those. That's between you and the banks to make sure that you want to make the purchase and it's good. But we get notification when you send in the contract. Okay, when you get the contract, it's very easy. It doesn't have too many boxes to put in. Today's date, client information, CPN questionnaire, the name you want to have on your CPN address, city, state, so on and so forth. Payment details and payment information so we can locate your payment. Broker information if you are one. Okay, which means that you are a broker. You put your information here. All your clients' information goes here. And initial and sign a contract and hit submit. And then when you hit submit, it comes over to us. Okay, this was a real fast video on teaching you guys how to submit a successful payment as well as contract, but more so focusing on telling you guys how to submit a successful payment, which is all about putting the name of the card holder, the address where the card holder resides, as well as the card holder's credit card information. Thank you for watching this video.